Hey guys, this is Billy Tan. I'm a comic book artist. Okay, so I'm a comic book artist. I've been drawing comic book for about 20 years. I was born in Malaysia. I moved to the state when I was 18. After college, I stepped into the comic industry right away when I was 25. The first company I worked with was Tapas Production. That's the time when I've learned a lot about the art of comics because there were a lot of amazing super talents there like Jim Lee, Will Patachio, Mark Silvestri, the King of Ink, Scott Williams, Jeff Scott Campbell, Travis Torres, to name a few. I mean, it's like a kid's into a candy shop, basically. I learned a lot from those people. After 10 years with Top Cow Production, I moved on to working with Marvel Comics. My first book there was X-23, and I also worked on X-Men and Avengers, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and so on and so forth. I also got a chance to work with DC Comics on Green Lantern for about 3 years. For comic book art, we don't rely so much on inspiration. It's more like observation in your daily life. You could put it out when you need it. Okay, art style. What kind of art style do I have? I don't know. I started up having a lot of influence from Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri and Will Patachio. So I think I had a pretty hard edge, realistic style. Well, let me show you guys what I typically do in the American comic. That's how it sort of looks like. Okay, so but lately I've been trying to explore something different. Something that's slightly simpler, less line, less rendering, a little bit more towards manga maybe. And here's a book that hasn't been out yet, so don't tell anybody. As you can see, it's a bit simpler. And maybe a little bit cute. So I don't know what my style is. It depends on what I draw. I suppose. What kind of book do I do? If I were to do X-Men, I'll go with the hard edge, complicated style. If I'm doing my own stuff, I think right now I much prefer the simpler manga-ish, look to it. Okay, challenges in comics. I think there are two main challenges in comics. One is the quality, and the other one is the deadline. In the Chinese market, I think it's more apparent, the challenges, because comics update weekly. And you're talking about like maybe 10 to 15 pages of comics a week that comic book artists have to put out. So without looking too rushed, you just have to find a balance how to work around still maintaining the quality in that short given period of time, and that's a big challenge. In a comic book, it's oh, here, that's my daughter. Say hi.
Hello.
That's where I get my inspiration from. Okay, bye.